As you asked me at the start, going back to boxing, what is at my core? It's about the money. There's a lot of money to be made.
That don't stop us. Whew, have a good day. And I'll catch up with you soon. As you say, clean hearts win. I still keep it motherfucking savage.
And I know that money could help a lot of people as well. So ultimately, first and foremost, I have a pound for pound fighter on my list. He was a tough competitor for sure, but people say I only focus on what's in front of me, which is a good way to think, but also I want to look at what the bigger picture holds so I can steamroll through what I have to so I can get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So for sure, I feel retirement doesn't mean that you've completely given up and you're on the beach, clicking your toes, drinking a bottle of Corona.
You're by no means like wanting right now for financial need.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Anyone got any business ideas in there? I know you guys are the future. Some the present. So yeah, I think I would definitely like to get my fingers in more pies. So now I'm going to try out this new like game plan training that you're saying and see how it goes. But I believe you have to have an A, B, and C. And I'm only as good as my team, if I'm honest with you. I'm quite stubborn. If you tell me to go out there and knock this guy out, I believe I'll be able to do that. Like the fight with Usyk in my mind was go to 12 rounds. That was my game plan because I felt I could compete with him as a boxer. And I think he won 2 more rounds than I did, how he became champion. So the goal now is to go back to basics and go for the knockout. And someone with that desire and passion that wants to take this guy out. And I always felt when I'm sparring people or fighting people, I actually see their spirit get dampened. Honestly, like, because you're looking at this person, directing their eyes, watching their body language, and I can read the body language, punch after punch, that this person is slowly gonna fade. The minute I turned pro, I hadn't even had my first fight yet, and they were saying I should fight these guys because I started boxing in 2008, and so that's when I first entered the boxing gym. So what it is, there's 4-year cycles in Olympics. Every 4 years, there's a cycle. If you're good enough to make it through a cycle, I started boxing in 2008. By 2012, I had gone to all the amateur championships, won, and turned professional. As you asked me at the start, going back to boxing, what is at my core? It's about the money. There's a lot of money to be made.
So in my opinion, he mentions the topic money as a main driving force there, which for many people will be quite surprising. They will be like, damn bro, AJ was different. Is it all about the money for him? We thought it's about something more. It's about whatever, the status he's at, or about being good with people and kind to everybody. But something clicked and snapped with AJ, and I think that's the fact that he speaks his mind already. He just doesn't care. He's been through all of it. And also he mentions the fact that, you know, he doesn't really know what a pound for pound great champion is. It doesn't mean anything for him. And that's about it. I mean, I don't know how people would really make out of the fact that main driving force is money, because it's not always great to speak your mind all the time. Maybe for you it's good to speak it up, but not always the best idea. You tell me what you think about it.
So, Usyk's class as a pound for pound opponent. I still don't know what that means. The things I know in boxing is winning and people like knockouts. I've never been into scores. I've never been into pound for pound. I've never really been into rankings, but I just understand people like knockouts and people like winners. So he's a pound for pound. What I've come to understand that means is that he's one of the best across all divisions. They mix them and see who the best is. He's one of the best. And for me personally, what Usyk means to me is someone who I've fought that stays true to my values, and that is fighting the best of this generation. So you have boxers that you knock out that make you look good, which is like, it's like eye candy in boxing. But Usyk is a top tier opponent, an Olympic gold medalist, a former cruiserweight, undisputed champion, now heavyweight champion. And I think someone that should go down in boxing history. And I take him on in 3 months. So God willing, with prayers and hard work, I'll get the win and I will become 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. I fought the best of this era, yet to still fight a few people, one that's retired recently, one in America that we don't know what's happening. So a few more top tier fighters that I want to add to my resume. And I feel as a more experienced person with a lot more character, due to the things I've been through, I shall follow out game plans, but also use that raw spirit that I've had, not just depending on that. I feel like I've added more to my arsenal.
Yeah.
Now, when you're boxing, the art of boxing is to hit and not get hit. So you're kind of boxing to stay away. That's not really my style. My style is to be up close and personal and make it difficult for the person. So that's the game plan. And now, before it was just on raw ability. As I said, fighting for the championship in 16 fights is kind of unheard of because you're still developing. So there's a lot of rawness still that you need to polish. Now I feel polished, I'm experienced, I've lost, I've came back. Every time it gets tough, and when I feel like I don't want to do it, there is someone out there in this world, laying on a hospital bed, begging for a second chance at life. I'm sitting there healthy, with good friends, heating, light, running tap water. I don't think I have any excuse to not go hard or live life with a smile on my face.
So quite an interesting statement from AJ, speaking about his idea of knocking Usyk out. And I'm not sure about the fact that Usyk is how people will, well, it's not an excuse, it's a war what's happening in his country, serious situation. He lost a lot of kilograms, we gotta keep that in mind. He lost it like in matter of like weeks, a month, I'm not sure how long he was there. You know, he just left, and some people were criticizing him for the fact that he left. And if he loses, some people will say, well, he lost because it's a war in his country, it's a serious situation, and you know, physically, as I said, he lost kilograms. And I'm not sure, because there's some comments saying Usyk will definitely beat AJ. I'm not sure anymore about it, because it's take a toll on your mental state, and it breaks you down, it breaks you, stuff like that. And especially he's coming back from training camp, and he need to relax, and then he gotta train, and his mind is all over the place, which is understandable. And I'm not sure what to think, that if he's stronger through this situation, or it breaks him down, because it's the most terrifying thing ever. He says that while he was sitting in that bunker, his neighbors were taken out, maybe killed, you know, and it's just awful and terrifying situation. And you can imagine, in my opinion, stuff like that takes a lot of time to recover, makes you stronger on the long term, but on the shorter term, I don't see it as a strength. I see it as something that can break you down, and something terrifying. Thank you for watching. Love you. Peace out.